Hello, everyone.
Hi, all.
Happy or merry countdown to Christmas. I'm so excited. I'm excited. I don't know if Kathy's excited because I get excited about dumb stuff sometimes, but this isn't really dumb. I'm just so excited that countdown to Christmas is here. I can't believe that you're joining me because I know how you feel about Christmas in October.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
I know. You're being a good friend and a good co-host. I'll have to do something you want to do, right? You're
There
gonna
you
tell
go.
me we're doing
I'll have to
this.
think of something that will intrigue you.
Okay. And we're here to talk about Mistletoe Murders, which I have seen all of season one because it was a Hallmark Plus series. And now they're sharing it on Hallmark Channel as part of the Countdown to Christmas, which started Friday, which I'm so excited. And they showed two episodes because one story takes two episodes. It's really like 2 hours together. So
And I'm
I'm here
watching it
for it.
along with the rest of you. Those who haven't seen the whole thing, I'm watching it along with you guys. I've only seen the first couple of episodes.
Yes.
But, but, when calls to heart, people are hearties. And the way home, people are ponderers. So for this group, I'm thinking big toes. I'm open to suggestions if someone has something better. I'm good.
Wait a minute. Big toes. Is it all one word?
Well, mistletoe. I was just trying to see
I
what.
know. I know. Oh my God. That's
We'll work
hilarious.
on it. We'll work on it.
We'll
Let me
work
come up
on
with
that.
something better.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I wanted to show what Teresa, this is Teresa's, even though it says, I think it says Gypsy in New York. Is that
It's
what
in New York.
Yeah. Hope I can stay for the whole podcast, but I'm so excited. Well, listen, you will because it's not going to be very long. One of the reasons why it's not going to be very long, not that you know me, who's long winded, and Kathy, who has like the greatest funny one liners, couldn't handle it longer. It's just that we're being respectful and mindful of 8 o'clock because it's Ben Ayer's movie tonight. And is it Jessica Downs? Is that who? I forget who's with him
Lowndes, is it?
down. I think I'm being a terrible podcaster, but he looks so hilarious in it. And it's about angels, doing like a whole matchup, and then they fall in love, and I'm so excited by that. And yes, I am showing off my Hallmark to Chris. My what's it say? It says this is my Hallmark Channel watching mug, and it's official. It's not a knockoff. This is straight from Hallmark. I just want you all to know because I know there's a lot of knockoffs there. Hi, Arlene. All right, so Kathy, where do we want to talk about the storyline first, or do we want to talk about other things? What do you think?
I don't do storyline. I mean, I'll touch on storyline, but I'm all about the characters. So if you want to start with storyline, go ahead.
Look, they're saying thank you for taking one. It's not a hardship, actually. It's okay. It's good. This is good stuff. But I always have to rope her into certain things because she has. I guess I'm easy, and you have morals and values. I guess when it comes to this, and I'm just like, no, let's do it all right. So you said you don't really do storyline. I know you just like to
I mean,
jump.
I do storyline.
Mm,
But I'm all about character and motivation. So that's
right.
what I can speak to.
Can we talk a little bit about the origin of this? Because it kind of threw you a little bit,
I'll
right?
leave that to you because I know nothing about the origin, which is, I think, maybe kind of good that I'm seeing it with a totally
Yeah,
objective, fresh eye.
right. I don't know a lot. I didn't research it because I didn't want to. And I don't mean because I didn't want to. I just didn't want it to influence how I thought. And I didn't want to go when I heard that it was a podcast first. And they took and adapted the series from the podcast. That's like adapting a book. That's like adapting anything. And I didn't want to try to seek out because I wanted to be surprised as to where it went. And I have to tell you, most of the time when I see a movie, and I know a lot of us feel this way, or whether it's on TV or if it's, out in the movie theater, and then there's a book and the book wasn't after, the book was first. I always enjoy the book first. That has not been my case recently. I saw the series of Providence Falls, and I'm glad I saw it first before I read the books because I feel I have different feelings about both. And I think I might have had different feelings about the Mistletoe series and the podcast. So I'm glad I didn't really go all out to research. But one of the things that you had asked me was, why is there there's quite a bit of telling that fills in gaps, and because there's a lot of showing, but there's also a lot of telling, and that is the narration that we hear from um
Emily.
Emily, right? I was going to say Sarah, but
Oh,
from Emily, right? So I think that comes from the podcast part of it. I'm not upset by it because I feel like it's just enough it's almost like, you know what it reminds me of? When Calls the Heart, when it would be in the beginning and Elizabeth would sort of do like that little monologue where she's writing in her journal and she's telling us what she's missed, and we kind of see what's going on in the town without really having conversations. Of course, I think Mistletoe Murders does it better, but I like it. Let's see. This is I wish they would have explained her backstory better. No, some of the characters I couldn't figure out who she was talking about. Okay,
I figured out her backstory.
I'm curious to know because I've hold that thought. I know her backstory, a little bit of it now. I wish I had not because I was thinking about what I wanted to say and I was like, oh, but I can't. So I love that. This is the mystery part of it. I love that there's a mystery layered upon a mystery. So go ahead. What do you think you figured out with her backstory?
I think that she came from a totally different town, bigger city. I think she was a doctor. I think that she was engaged to a guy and ditched him at the altar, and then later encountered his new wife who was pregnant, and she worked on them, and the new wife died, and she couldn't take it, and she fled and ended up in, what is it, Fletcher's Corners, and she just can't face the guilt of screwing over this guy yet again. That's my theory.
I'm sorry. I did something to my computer and it's making music play.
We can't
And
hear it.
I apologize. I don't know what in the world I just did. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't hear the music.
And now somebody's talking. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Hold on. You got to hold on. I do not know what is happening. All right. Okay. I threw that away. Sorry. I apologize. Okay. So
I think we're hearing Emily's thoughts. I found it a little bit distracting. Plus, I'm I'm all about show me, don't tell me. To me, telling is kind of not cheating. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's taking the easy way out instead of showing. But it could be a totally natural result of it coming from a podcast. Maybe they'll do a movie about us, our podcast.
maybe watch this. Arlene says, some instances it feels like we are as viewers are hearing Emily's inner thoughts instead of a narration, and that's true. I agree
I
with
think
that.
it's both.
But wait, Yvonne, I don't
Someone
know.
doesn't someone doesn't watch another certain show.
I'm not sure if Yvonne is joking with you or she gets the joke. Oh gosh. So that's quite a backstory. So anyway, I like that we have a story
Oh,
upon a story.
seriously, I think it couldn't be more obvious that she was a cop or some kind of a cop.
You think it's cop, or do you think, and I'm not saying this because I know I get the joke. Yvonne got your joke. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not okay. Not wait. The best is when I called up Kathy and she was asking me about it. I was telling her something. I'm like, she's got a backstory. That's why she behaves the way she does. That's why she feels that way. And then Kathy says to me, I think I know what it is. And then she goes like what she did with you. And I was like, oh, for God's sakes. So, okay. Now, I like that there's mystery behind her. and that we're going to find out a little at a time. What I don't like is when a mystery like that goes on forever. That annoys me. And that I don't think that the pacing of this show is going to make it, like, at least I don't like it when not everybody finds out. Do you know what I mean? It takes 85 years.
Yeah. In the second part where they're sitting, and I know we're jumping around, but they're
Yep,
sitting on the
that's okay.
truck, and she goes,
Yep.
"I think I owe you an explanation." You're right, you do, but not now. I was like, "You dumbass! Let her tell you the story because now it's going to take another 2 seasons before he tells her." She was ready to spill. I just don't get. Well, I know why, for plot development and to keep
Yeah.
things going, but I was very frustrated when she offered to tell him, and he was like, "No, you don't have to tell me now."
I don't know that she was going to tell him everything though. I think she was just going to give a little tiny bit of it,
Well,
but
that any bit helps.
any bit helps. Arlene said, I feel Emily is in the witness protection program. It gives off that vibe. I get it. And Teresa says, no, I think she was a federal undercover agent. I think she was more than just a cop, almost spyish, undercover
Maybe
crime.
maybe a private eye or something like that.
Something. There was something there, and of course we know it went wrong, but I like that she is like embracing the town. The town I found to be adorable. And I love the setting. I love her shop. I love her apartment.
How does she make money January through October or November?
It's a shop that well, we have a Christmas shop not far from
I
me.
know, that's why I thought you'd be able to answer the question.
Yeah, it's open year round and it makes money all year round. People just
I
shop
don't
there.
get it. I mean, okay.
Well, because there's not just Christmas ornaments in there. There's all kinds of things that you could buy from
You're
there.
right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Poison cookies. Yeah, I forgot about those.
That's right. The poisoned cookies, which really weren't poisoned, that kind of thing. So the mystery, let's talk about just the mystery of her. We know that that's going to be layered and that's coming, and I'm very interested in it and I like it. But the actual mystery that was being solved of how Steve Lund was murdered.
How dare they? How dare they hire Steve Lund and just have him be a murder victim? That's criminal in itself.
I know, but I love that they give these parts to of really good actors, and it's fun that they're there. But when I see them there, I'm like, they're either going to be dying or they're the guilty party. Do you know what
I
I mean?
want his twin brother to come to town when he finds out he's got a little niece or nephew, and he comes to town to be in the kid's life, and we can go from there. That was just awful that they killed him off.
And did you figure out what was the like who did what? Did you figure it out or no?
Yeah, I did. I mean, just from listening to them, yeah, that mystery was not the most compelling mystery
Right.
I've ever encountered, and I kind of went around different sites just seeing after I had seen the whole show, had my own opinions. I was curious as to what others were thinking, and by and large, people are loving it, absolutely flipping over it. And one of the comments was, "It's not Hallmark. It's like The Way Home, something totally different." And I was like, "Where are people getting this from?" Because we've got the single woman who ends up in a small town in a Christmas shop. We've got the single dad. We've got the murder mystery. I thought it was extremely formulaic. Not that it wasn't enjoyable, but I didn't get where folks were getting that it's so unique.
Well, I find it to be unique in the sense that there's more of a spice to it, a little bit more of an edge to it. But I get what you're saying because people get mad about it not being Hallmarkish. It's enough that it's Hallmarkish and enough that it's different. It's not as different as The Way Home or Providence Falls was. I get what you're saying.
I
Yeah.
was actually hoping, speaking of non-formulaic, that it would turn out June did it just for something different. I'm sticking up for my best friend and I'm investigating. I think it would have been really compelling to her to slowly realize, oh my gosh, June did it.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
And didn't you think like it was sort of so bold of her to just like butt right in and expect Sam to be giving her that information? She's lucky he didn't arrest her.
I thought it was so irritating I'm like, why don't you dial it back a little bit and maybe he'll share some information. Wait a minute, I have a note here. Interfering in investigation, um, uh, stealing and tainting evidence. That, that must be some interesting trial when you realize that the whole chain of evidence has been tainted. And can they really convict this guy now? I just thought it was very pushy of her. And my note says there's a fine line between feisty and off-putting, and I thought she kind of crossed over into off-putting a couple of times.
Right. Now, this is cool. Like Arlene, I love that you caught this, but Arlene has that kind of a brain. She's very slick pretending to be computer illiterate. You know how she acts when she's when she's with Violet in the shop. I can't, help me, Violet, do this, yet has a laptop hidden in the wall vent with passports.
Just like she's got some hidden secrets, and she thinks that, she's got everybody fooled. I tell you what, I don't think Sam is no dummy. I think Sam is onto there's something going on here under the surface. I love his character. I love it. And I love him because he's vulnerable dad. Violet was a little irritating to me at first because it seemed like she was being almost disrespectful. But she totally won me back after she went and sat and talked to her father. We don't have to do everything we did with mom. Let's make our own traditions. And he was hurt but didn't want her to know he was hurt. And he's like, that sounds good. And she stopped at the door, and when she turned around to look at him, and she could see. And so she went back and said, oh, let's still do the karaoke, whatever it was, hot chocolate or karaoke, whatever it was.
Oh, they did. She was good. Let's still do the karaoke. She missed the hot cocoa.
She won me over, and it's like, okay, she totally loves her dad. I'll be real curious to see, to meet his ex-wife and see what she's about, and then see where the chemistry
goes with
scales fall between Sam and Emily and Sam and ex-wife. That should be interesting because I don't think he's quite over the divorce.
He's not. And here's the thing. Of course, many people already know that I love Peter Mooney. And what I love about Peter Mooney, first of all, is I have like a wild crush on him. I can openly say that, right? I have a wild crush on him. I have for many years. But here's what I love about him. He pops up in different things. So he played a cop in Rookie Blue, and he kind of was a very gentlemanly hero, soft kind of guy. Wasn't very aggressive. Loved him. That I fell in love with him. He was a little bit like of an underdog in the romance department because his character was in love with somebody who was really in love with somebody else. And he was pretty good about it. And then he pops up and he plays one buffoon of a jerk with Alan Hawko in
that was so good.
Yep. That episode is hilarious.
And he played it straight. He wasn't playing it for laughs. He was just like a total nutcase.
Yes. Yeah. He's like, he can adapt to all kinds of things. Then he was in a Hallmark movie, and he was a pilot, and he kind of was like tongue in cheek, some of the funny stuff that happened. And then some was more sweet and romantic. And then in this part, he's like a no nonsense. They're cute meat. I loved because
go ahead. Sorry.
No,
go.
No, so he walks in and she wants her coffee black. Who drinks it like that, right? Most people don't. And she thinks it's his, and he takes it from her hand. He's like, no, I was before you. He's like so matter of fact. And she was like, and he was like, not having it. Goodbye, I'm leaving.
Yep.
Not realizing that his daughter works for he knows, but she doesn't realize that Violet
works for her.
Yep. I love how that whole interaction goes on. He's there to do his job. He's kind of like stern, a little tiny bit mean, but she really is a pain in the keister. And I think he's a little extra mean because he's attracted to her and doesn't want to be. So
I'm not sure he's attracted to her yet. I think she's on his radar and he knows there's something about her. But I think I wish they would. Nobody is more feminist than me, but I wish they would just soften her edges just a tad, because it's almost, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like she's almost off-putting. There were a couple of moments, like when he got up and left her sitting with the hot chocolate, where she was like, wait a minute, aren't you going to finish? And I saw a little glimmer there that, okay, but show us that you have the potential to be interested. And
He
I
was
love how Violet doesn't. She's totally oblivious. So yeah, that they were. My dad's interested in some woman and blah blah blah, and she didn't even realize they were talking. She was talking about her boss.
her. Now, getting back to Violet, I like her character a lot. Violet, the actress Sierra, she was my guest. So if anybody hasn't seen that and wants to, if you access the podcast with the playlist, I'll make a playlist for Mistletoe Murders and I'll add it. She came on and she talked about all kinds of cool stuff about what it was like, that the set where they're filming really is a set, and they use backdrops and all their technology, digital AI stuff, to make it look like it's bigger than what it is, but it's a built set. And she talks about the karaoke scene, how fun it was to like be singing, and they really look like they were having a fantastic time. She's a good actress, and she just wrote a book, and she even did the audio herself and narrated it. And she
Oh
talks,
wow.
yes, she goes, I had a lot of help. So we're going to have her on and she's going to talk about all the good stuff. But I like the chemistry between the two of them. They really are a believable father and daughter. But
I was going to say the other thing I really like about this, and it's part of the reason I like the Way Home too. With the Way Home, it's so intergenerational. And this
mhm,
one, they've got a couple that are not, in their mid 20s. This is a
yeah,
mature couple.
yes,
And you can tell they are not, they don't even try to pretend that, they're like 27 and 28. He's got a daughter
yeah,
who's nearly grown. I love that. I love
yes,
them showing um, interaction,
yeah,
whether it's friendship and evolves into a relationship
mhm.
between two mature people who each have their own baggage and their own past, but just watching as they grow together. I think that's great.
For me, the first mystery, the first two episodes are the one for out, because there's three like big mysteries. The first mystery that we saw this on Friday, it was an easy mystery, and it was more like getting to know all the different players and characters.
It was,
It's
yeah, it wasn't the main thing, the
no,
main thrust of the episodes,
mm-mm,
right?
no. Yes, and I feel like the next two mysteries are a little more complicated, although this one was layered. Like every time it could have been one, you found out more information about them. Like you thought it could have been his ex-girlfriend, you find out she's pregnant, and yet the man she wound up being with didn't realize it wasn't his baby, and then you see Emily's good friend, and who is a veterinarian. It cracks me up when he says to her, "How do you know she's not like guilty?" And she said, because she took care of my cat and saved my cat's life.
Okay, see, that's what I mean. A payoff for that would have been she actually did it.
That was funny. And if you're a cat lover, people were wild over that. I saw some of the comments that were out there. That was
I
crazy.
really like the character of what was his name, Ray,
Yes,
Gary.
and they mentioned that.
He was, but I'm like, why would you put in writing we keep each other's secrets? I mean, somebody's going to see that note, and it's going to open up a can of worms. But I
I
kind
know,
of like that guy. He's funny.
I know he kind of shows up like he's her, I don't know, information guy, right? He's a little on the edge, does little, things that are not always up and up. So I find I even like Sue. I think that's her name. Is she the one that runs the diner? She's like, "You're gonna eat this pie because I made pie." Okay, I guess we're having pie.
Yeah,
Right? Isn't that her name? Is her name Sue? I'm trying to remember. Wait a minute. Yes, her name is Sue.
I
So
like Brooke. I think Brooke is going to move story.
she's a brat. She's a pain in the neck. She
I
like
don't know, but she's going to be the one, I'm telling you, who's going to make everyone kind of realize what the what is.
okay. Now, hello, Lynn. Lynn is here. Let's see. I wanted
Hey,
to
Lynn.
we go any further, there was some things I wanted to mention. I like that you mentioned Ray, because I like Ray also, and um Teresa's mentioning that. And then what's Arlene saying? I actually could stand a little more dark and dramatics instead of the cozy mystery. feel. I feel Sarah could pull that off. And you know what? I agree. But she herself even advertises it as a cozy. She says it's cozy. She goes and says all the things it has, kind of like I put that somewhere. And I was like, Sarah, were you stealing off of me? Because people are going to think I stole this off of you, but it doesn't matter. It's a joke. So she was like saying there's romance and there's mystery and there's like
Family.
suspense and there's family and hometown cozy. It's cool. And I understand again that you wouldn't want this episode to be so complicated because you're still introducing all of these players. And as I was saying before, Peter Mooney can play anything. He's that kind of actor. And right now he's a justified, I don't know if I want to say jerk because he's not a jerk, but he kind of is because he's had it. Do you know what I mean? He's like, he's not Mr. Polite, but I get why he's not Mr. Polite. He's like, I got a job to do here. So that's why I feel like he's justified in talking to her the way he does.
Yeah, I didn't find him jerky at all. I was kind of annoyed he wasn't being putting his foot down a little more when he saw her in the hospital when she was standing, looking in the window. Oh, she's with me. Why are you standing up for her? She's not with you. She barged in, lied her way in. So no.
I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kathy.
No. I was just going to say, this is going to be epic when they get together because I really do feel like it's not a enemies to friends to lovers thing. That's too strong, but
yeah,
I do like that he's not immediately, the stars in the eyes kind of deal. And neither is she.
No, they both are not because they're too mature and they both are in the same kind of field, believe it or not. That's what I wanted to say. I know he is annoyed by her butting in, but he's also, the character is attentive. He pays attention to detail. So he knows that there's something there, right? And he knows probably like he doesn't want to alienate her because he's getting some information from her. So he's a little, sneaky in that way. But she's not dumb either. And she doesn't want to alienate him. She wants to feed him the information too.
But
so
she wants to get information from him. That's her main.
We know what the what is, and they're kind of like circling each other. So
I wish they would be a little more realistic and address the fact that she stole I still call it the thumb drive. What do you call those that she took?
I don't know. Now that you called it the thumb drive, that's what's in my head.
But I mean, she did, and then inserted and looked at everything. That would totally not be accepted as evidence in a trial anymore. So, but they're not going to address that. So, okay, it's not realistic. I have to remember it's a Hallmark show.
Yeah, we have a little like
not a documentary.
Yes. So, getting back to and I see everyone else is here. We're going to get to their comments too. Saw one of my notes. I saw karaoke and I saw smile. I loved the scene where at first when Violet is talking to Emily, she says karaoke is epic and her mother and father, even though they're divorced, they still were putting it all out there and they loved it, doing it. And she thought it was kind of hokey, but then her heart melts, right? And she's like, oh, Dad, I'm all in. But I think she grabs his stapler or something off of his desk and she starts belting out the song. I forget if that was not scripted or not because Peter Mooney breaks out in a full laugh with that great smile he has. And I was like, I wonder if they kept that in because she just off the cuff did that, because I know they had a lot of fun behind the scenes. They would have these big discussions. So I had the opportunity to talk to Sarah Drew not too long ago, and we were talking more about Christmas in July stuff where there was that cruise ship and we were talking about Christmas at sea. But when we were on air together, she said season 2's done and it will be part of Christmas, Countdown to Christmas. And I was like, all excited. And we talked about eggnog and who liked eggnog and who hated eggnog. And they had this big thing going on over it. So there's some cool little facts to watch if you want to see that one too. I'll link them all together. But they have great behind the scenes stuff. If you go to her account, because I don't think Peter has a big his beautiful wife. She is a beautiful pictures. I don't know, whoever's taken her pictures on her Instagram account are very good. You see him there. Go ahead.
Do we know who's going to play his ex-wife? Wouldn't it be great if she shows up as his current wife playing the ex-wife?
Oh, because she's an actress.
Fabulous. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be
absolutely. Yeah, she
great.
is. Yeah.
Sarah, right, is her name. Anyway, I think that would be cool. But um, so anyway, I don't even know. Now we're all over the place, and I feel like, where are we? Whatever it is, he's a great character. I love. Oh, behind the scenes, she shares some of their behind the scenes stuff, and he cracks up laughing because the actress who plays Violet, Sierra, and Sarah, they're goofy. They're all goofy, having a great time. And you know what's wonderful about this? I hate when they're cast. I hate using the word hate. I don't like when the cast gets too large. And right now the cast is not large, and I hope they keep it this way. I don't want to see a multitude of side stories. I don't want to suddenly see all about Sue's life and all about the best friend's life and all about, I don't mind seeing Violet's life because she's so close to Emily and of course her father Sam. I just want to see that, like, there, while there's these outside mysteries. How do you feel about that?
I feel the same, but once we get to focusing on the little core group, I'd love to see some angst with Violet. I mean, she adores Emily. She loves her dad. I'd love to see some angst about them getting together. And it turns out she really deep down is thinking that her parents are going to get back together. And so there's some drama there. I'd love to see that played out.
I don't think that that's how she feels. I think she's okay with it.
Well,
You think
that's what we think because she doesn't know or feel
any
like there's
different, right?
any
Yeah.
possibility. She just thinks this is my dad, this is my boss. They kind of irritate each other, but they get along. So I
Okay.
don't know. I'd like to see some, like I said, angst there.
This is Arlene. I laughed. Emily was nosing around at the farm gift store registry of hay rides, but needed the daughter to leave. So she asked for more postcards, and the daughter comes back with a big handful she has to buy. I know. Some of that was like if you're so good at espionage, what sometimes you weren't. Like she could be all stealthy in the house the same time. Sam was in the house looking. Remember, she was high. Okay. And then he like looks and felt like, I think he knew. I think he felt it and he knew. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I think he kept her sort of like in his back pocket when they were at the hospital. He didn't rat her out, and he's like, no, she's with me, because he wanted to pick her brain too
Yeah.
and find out who she is, because if for no other reason, his daughter's working with her,
Yep.
right? What's the safety of his daughter?
Mm-hmm.
So I can watch the karaoke scene and the hot chocolate scene or hot cocoa scene over and over and over again. And all this talk of black coffee makes me want, here's me looking up recipes ting, 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 for with black coffee. And I found one, not that I didn't know this, but I'm going to do a tiramisu this week, which uses black coffee to soak the ladyfingers in. And it doesn't, this one requires no cooking at all, not even, like some people don't like tiramisu because of the, like, there's a raw egg white thing in it, but this is all cooked, done, like you don't have to worry. That part's is cool that they haven't lost it, like little details like that. We know they both love black coffee. So what do you
Make
think?
some cookies.
Pardon me?
Maybe I'll make some cookies.
Okay, give me the recipe. I'll put it up on the Instagram account. Nice to see you both. Thank you, Lynn. I watched episodes 1 and 2 and it was good. Oh, I like it. My favorite mystery of all times was Mystery 101.
Don't even go
I
there.
know, but I have to tell you, listen to me. Those two actors are phenomenal. That entire show was amazing because they had all these little background things. If you paid attention to the novels and the things that were on the back, I mean, there was just so much, and so much of that, layers upon layers upon layers. And I miss it, totally miss it. And I like some of the other mysteries that are out there, but you'll get one. You only get one anymore. I really liked this one. And I liked it because, again, the two actors are great. They have great chemistry. The mysteries get more intense as they go on. The guest characters that they have, or the guest actors that play these characters that are either, well, they're usually dying in the episodes, are really good. you saw who's coming up and you love him. Though he played a great part on The Flash. He's coming up, the actor who in The Flash, who was the actor who played the evil guy. He acted like he was, he was good, but in the end you found out he was the evil scientist. What's his name in The Flash?
Oh, yeah. Tom Cavanaugh.
Yes.
I love him.
He's got a quirky, fun little storyline coming up. If you read it, it lets you know. So it's good. And I mean, it's really good. It's different. It's good. And I'm loving it. Arlene, yep. Espresso brownies. Yes. I don't know that they're drinking espresso though. I think they're just drinking like a black coffee. And hello, Hoopas 100. Oh. He says, so fun listening to you girls talk about the show. I'm going to have to work harder to get Kathy on board.
I'm going to keep watching. I just,
Now, the show, if we could say this, has good bones in that there's a lot of talent, right? First of all, what about the amazing talent that created that little city or little town? Which that's amazing. It just looks like it's real. Like I want to go visit. Sometimes sets are, I don't know, not as good as an actual home and an actual neighborhood. And this was created. So I'm loving that. And then there's the whole talent behind the scenes. So they have a director that you had pointed out to me. I don't know why I was sleeping on this, but he's also a director for, I forget how many episodes of The Way Home, right? He's done some amazing stuff. And that gentleman it's Harvey. What's his first name? I apologize because I forget what the name is. Who is it? And they all might know. What is his name? Is it Grant Harvey? Yes. So this man has like so many credits behind him that is amazing. Like he did 14 episodes of The Way Home, right? He did some of the episodes of Mistletoe Murders, which we are loving. He's done what else besides Mistletoe Murders? He's done all kinds of TV shows. He's got his hands in a lot. Wouldn't it be fun to have him on?
Sure.
I know. One of the Sarah Drew is the executive producer. You love Emily's clothes, Arlene. She looks fabulous. She wears a deep purple, which is great on the redhead, like what she has. Whoever is doing their costuming is good. It's good. They really thank you. He knew it was Grant. He got it. Thank you.
The name of the town, is it Fletcher's Corners? What is the name of the town?
Wait a minute. What is the name of the little corner in it was on forever and ever, Murder, She Wrote? Where is that?
No, I'm wondering if the name of that was Cabot Cove. Okay. But I'm wondering if the town name is a nod to the character, Jessica Fletcher was her name.
That's what I mean. This is what I was trying to get. I think so. It is Fletcher's Corners or Fletcher's Grove or Fletcher's Corner.
Fletcher's Grove, he says.
I thought it was Fletcher's Corner. I thought it was something Corners, but whatever. Yes. I named the town. You named the town.
Who is that?
Listen, who is Mr. Hoopas 100?
I'm looking at the icon or the avatar. It looks like Sylvester Stallone with the rose in his teeth.
It's not Sylvester Stallone. Wait a minute.
Well, I didn't think that Sylvester Stallone is on talking to us. I'm at the avatar.
No, it doesn't look like when you get up close. I love when people pop in. So this is a gentleman. It looks like if it is going with what we have here. So identify yourself in some way, please, because we are massive fans, all of us that are here, and we love the show. And come on, be our guest. That's me, Ken C. I created the show. Oh my
wow.
God. Well, we're in love with your show. And you're going to have to come on and be our guest. We would love for you to be on our guest. So I have to call up Hallmark and get permission, because sometimes you have to get permission. I'll have to go bother Maria if she's not already busy. They're worn out, those people. I love that you created the show. Well, we're loving it, as you can see. All right. So we went a little longer than we should. I had promised that we would stop because we want to be respectful of the countdown to Christmas with Ben Ayers. He's going to be on. Sarah told me about your show, Smooch. Aw, aw, aw. I love it. I love it. So wait, we're telling him that it's Fletcher's Corner.
I'm going to go with him.
All right. Wait, I don't like it because I always like it when they agree with me and I say they're my best friend and nobody agree with me on anything. So I'm by myself. Everybody loves you tonight, Kathy. All right. I loved Sarah and guiding him. Oh, we talked about a hot minute of that when I talked with Sarah. Like, I didn't have much time with her and I wanted to have forever and a day with her because there's a lot to talk about. But that movie is outstanding. That movie is so well acted and different and so well directed. It casted. She's blonde. She loses her eyesight, Kathy. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I have not.
To see the movie, it's really good. You're right. She does have a wide range of acting skills. Listen, she's such a good actress that Kathy can't separate her character from
April in Grey's Anatomy. When she showed up, she was so annoying, and it was like I can't get that out of my mind. I have to filter everything to okay, this is Sarah being Emily. It's not April. So that just shows the power of her acting. That she can make such an impression.
Love Mistletoe Murders. You did a fabulous job. So Arlene is complimenting you. What's his name? He said his name was Ken C. All right, Ken. She's complimenting you, and and you're laughing. Teresa's laughing. Well, I'm on a mission. When I get on a mission, I love good writing. I have been on a mission for The Way Home, and I have been out there campaigning. Kathy has. We're all over social media. We love The Way Home. Now that it hit Netflix, all these new people are on my TikTok going crazy. What do you mean? I'm like, join our Facebook account. We got the only official merch. Like, come on, talk with us. We love it. We're out there for it to support it, which is fabulous. And then the same with Providence Falls. Not that there's other things that aren't great, but that was fantastic. So I'm all over that. And this is how I felt about Mistletoe Murders. For how long, Kathy? For like a year, I've been nagging in your ear.
Yep. She always nags me to watch these shows, and I always resist for as long as possible. And then I end up dialing in and just love it. What was the one that I just flipped over that I became a bigger fan than you?
Republic of Doyle.
Oh my gosh, I love that show so much. Yes.
I kept saying, you and my father, I kept saying, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it. And you kind of started to watch it at the same time. And you're both like, oh my God. I'm like,
yeah.
And then you were more obsessed than me.
So by the time this one is over, I'm going to be like, be quiet. Let me tell you what I love about, this show. So, yeah.
Love Mistletoe Murders. So happy to rewatch season 1 and can't wait for season 2. Well, Yvonne, it's nice, but it's unfortunate that I have seen it and I can't really say anything because there's no moratorium on it until certain dates. Not that I would want to give anything away. I have to tell you, it's good. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. GOOD. It is good. All right, give in to the mistletoe, Kathy. You will love.
That really does sound very ominous, and I'm going to have to think about that when it's like almost like give in to the dark side. I don't know.
I love your post about reasons to watch Providence Falls. I look forward to it every day. Oh, thank you. You're my BFF tonight. I remember the first time what happened?
Excuse me? Shush. Maybe she can come on and do the next podcast with you. How about that?
No. I remember the first time I saw Sarah in a Hallmark Hall of Fame movie called Front of the Class with Treat Williams. Holy crud.
I miss Treat so much.
I forgot about that. She was the girlfriend of a teacher who has Tourette's syndrome. Yes. Arlene, Hallmark Hall of Fame movies were the best. All right. Well, we will be back. We're doing it on Sundays, right? Unless we have a guest that needs a different time slot, but we're trying to honor the Sunday because we got so much during the week and whatnot. So we'll continue and we're going to take people along with us and we're going to spread the word. Right?
We are.
All
Can
right.
you come back to visit with us? And we really are going to reach out and see if
Mhm.
we can get you on
Mhm.
to co-host with us on one of these times.
Yeah. So if you're available, come on. Like we said, when I was looking into Grant, I was like, it's a little intimidating me reaching out to his people because that man's been doing a lot of stuff, right?
Ken, if you come on with us, I'll give in to the mistletoe.
We, you know what? We've got time. There's a lot of time. We still have time. There's many, many Fridays coming up in many, many weeks. We're not going to rush things. It's not like it has to be tomorrow. But I like it because when we do this and then I post it all over, it gets people to say, "Oh, I should try." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So we gotta let people go so they can
Yes.
go
Get
bathroom
ready.
break, get some snacks or whatever, and prepare for the episode that's coming up in about 10 minutes.
You too can get this if you shop at your local Hallmark store. I don't think they're sold out or online. All right. We have to think of something because we need a hashtag better than big toe.
Play miss, play mistletoe for me.
I know that's so. Oh.
Yeah, we probably get sued into oblivion, but
All right. All right. All right. Good night,
all right,
everyone.
all. Good night.
Bye.
See
Bye.
you next time.
Yes.